Welcome to our podcast for signature chefs of Orlando. My name is Gerald Ivison. I'm coming to you from beautiful downtown Winter Park, home of Fleming's Prime Steakhouse and Wine Bar. As the wine manager here at Fleming's, I'm proud to be in control of a wine program that features over 100 wines by the glass and award-winning boutique and reserve lists. Here at the restaurant, we showcase the best steaks in the United States of America, prime beef, the best 2 to 3% graded. We also feature fresh seafood and, of course, the best hospitality to the dining public. We look forward to entertaining you here at Fleming's Prime Steakhouse and Wine Bar.
Welcome back to Signature Chefs Orlando podcast series. My name is Chef Thomas Nadolski. I'm here at Fleming's Prime Steakhouse and Wine Bar in Winter Park, Florida. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of food items here, a little bit of background on Fleming's. We've been around for about 11 years now. We do prime beef. We also do special events, parties, all kinds of good stuff, and I always cater to my guests. Anything special, I can do that for you. Just a little bit about myself. I'm out of Chicago. I grew up there. My whole family cooked. Grew up around the grill, around the stove, Polish and Romanian background, and I'm completely self-taught. So having said that, let's jump into our first dish here. All right, today we're going to be learning about scallops. These are our U6 scallops. The 6 stands for there's 6 scallops to a pound. You can get them in any size. They come 6, 4, 8, 10, 12. The higher number you go, the smaller the scallop is going to be. And once again, that number refers to how many are actually make up a pound. Okay? So, first thing we want to do is we want to salt and pepper our scallops. Okay? And the blend of salt I use to pepper is 3 to 1. I use kosher salt and coarse black pepper. A little bit of corn oil to keep it from clumping up and sticking together. Okay? And you're going to need a saute pan with a little bit of olive oil or pomace olive oil. Either one will do just fine. Nice and hot. And when you set these in, you want to hold your pan up like this, get your oil down to one end, and then stick them in. Don't just throw them in there because you will splash and you will burn yourself, possibly cause a fire. Okay? And real important, when you're searing something, you want to let it sit. You don't want to mess with it. You don't want to be moving it around. You want to get that nice caramelized color on the other side. So we're going to let that go for a few minutes. Medium-high heat is probably about good. While that's working, we're going to start sauteing our vegetables. Okay? Here I have some shiitake mushrooms, some julienne carrot, and some asparagus. Okay? So we're going to add that. We're going to let that cook. Once again, a little bit of salt and pepper. Bring out the good flavor. Okay? Now while these are working, we're going to go ahead and start working on a puff pastry here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a little basket for this puff pastry. And the vegetables are going to sit in that basket. Okay? So, small incision here, small incision here. Okay? Now you want to leave opposite corners connected so you can make that little basket. Because what we're going to do is we're going to fold it. Over, corner, inside corner to inside corner. Okay. Very important with puff pastry. You don't want to roll it out if you want it to puff. If you don't want it to puff and you're just making a wrap or something, then roll it out. This is unrolled. Now, because it's puff pastry, it's going to puff. You want to dock the inside a little bit to let the gases and air out. Okay? So it doesn't puff up too much. That way you can push down your middle and make the basket. Okay, a little bit of egg wash here. And all this is egg yolk and a little bit of water, and that's going to make our top nice and brown when we bake it in the oven. Okay. Just like so. And then you put it in the oven, 350 for about 8 to 9 minutes. Be nice and perfect. Our finished product going to look like this. It's a nice little basket. Push the inside down a little bit so you can put your veggies in there. Okay. What we do here, go ahead and start the plate set up. Put that in the 12 o'clock position. Okay, we're going to check these scallops. You'll see a nice little brown color around the edges of the scallops. They're ready to flip. That nice color on them. All right. Now, I would suggest eating these medium rare. Medium will probably be your best bet. You're going to get a nice bite to it. The texture will be great. And once again, a lot of people think you need to overcook fish to cook it all the way. You don't have to. Medium is just fine. Okay, here we got our veggies. Looking good. Nice and sauteed. We're going to go ahead and add those to the basket. Okay. And it's okay if a little bit falls around. You want the nice little rustic look to it. Okay. And while that, I'm going to let that heat up a little bit more. And while we're finishing these up, I'm going to heat up my lobster cream sauce. And all I do for this is just make a base out of lobster shells and shrimp shells, some paprika, white pepper, kosher salt, and heavy cream. And just cook it down until it gets a nice thick consistency. And we are good right there. Go ahead and make a little line on our plate here, the sauce. And check these scallops. Scallops about there. Give them another little turn here. Alright. Go ahead and start to plate these. There are the seared sea scallops, the lobster cream sauce with the puff pastry and the veggies in the puff pastry. And then we're going to garnish just a little bit of parsley around the edge of the plate. Give it some depth. Okay? And there is the seared sea scallops. Thank you again for watching another edition of Signature Chefs Orlando podcast. Once again, my name is Thomas Nadolski, and this is Fleming's Prime Steakhouse. Thank you.